Welcome back to who knows what this game is called anymore. Hopefully I will finish this case in this recording session. I can't have too much left to go, so we're going to try and do it. I actually have no recollection of what I was doing when I left off. So was I pressing? Was I presenting? Let's press. I can't hold down B to fast forward through this, which means I haven't seen it, so it's new dialogue. Good. I really like that feature. It helps me out. Just how well are these how well known are they? I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I'd never heard of them. Well, Lamoire knew about them, though not their use. My reports indicate that there are ongoing efforts to control information about the cocoons. Most people only know they're illegal to export, that's all. I have nothing to be embarrassed about, after all. Well, you don't know, what anything is. Every time we mention anything that's not, I don't know, a rock, anything more advanced than that. Is that one of those newfangled phones? You could say people like me who know about them are a minority, yeah. But that includes everyone in international affairs, man. And everyone in Interpol, too, for that matter. Yeah. Well, everybody in international affairs was not at the scene of the crime when it happened. So, anyway. Okay, that was the last statement. So I presented those new ones. I remember now. These were the 3 new ones that were presented. Now I gotta present. They're very thorough. Everything gets checked. And they get you arrested, and then you die. Okay, a way to get cocoons out of there. I was thinking of this before in the last session. I do remember that when they were talking about coming back from Virginia or whatever. I had the thought that his guitar came from there, but is it implied that the cocoons were in it? Maybe that's why he burned it. Why would that? What? Because there might have been some kind of trace left? Somehow? Oh. Yeah. Actually, there is one way. One way to get something out of the country. No checks. What is it? Up your ass. A prosecutor. Believe it, Prosecutor Gavin. Okay. I'm not even going to say it. Not even going to reference it. It was a beautiful instrument. It was played lovingly for many years. A guitar befitting a woman like Lamoire. How did it end up here? I mentioned how much I enjoyed playing it that night, and she made a present of it. So this guitar is from Virginia. That it is. Thank you. Okay. Carry on, my wayward son. Through the flashback, please. Thank you. Okay, no, it's still here. Speaking of believe it, we're back in the flashback town. Fuck, bro. Okay. Did I get that right, Prosecutor Gavin? Untouched? Quite. The guitar was wrapped in several sheets and vacuum-packed in Virginia. The pack was untouched until the day of the concert. Are you saying that guitar was... It was the cocoon's cocoon? To use your guitar as a mule to smuggle a cocoon out of Virginia? Great. It's weird that it's cocoons. Something so simple. Like the way we're talking about it, like, oh, cocoon smuggling. The epic music kicks in to talk about the cocoons. The guitar had some work done on it recently, right? Work? Good memory, forehead. Oh, help me, dear Lord, save me from this hell I've entered. Known as the never-ending flashback. I need your salvation, please. Jesus. Okay. An igniter? Exactly. Consider this, if you will. What if that igniter wasn't the only thing that was attached inside your guitar? You mean? He means this, of course. There was a way to get a cocoon out of the country. They could use picky Prosecutor Gavin's privileged guitar as a mule. Okay, Valent. And who better to do that than someone with access? Like a member of the band. York. Order, order, order. So the igniter was placed in there for a clear reason, it seems. It was a safety precaution. Okay. Ah, a forehead. At last it all comes together. Every strange thing that happened that day. Care to review? Maestro, the gentle sounds of Lamoire's ballad. Okay. I'm really excited to get to the end of this case just to give my overall thoughts on it. Should be interesting. Forced me to break the lock on my guitar case. The key was stolen to retrieve the cocoon from the guitar. I see. But things didn't go so well. It seems like we're wrapping up, but you never know if some random-ass objection's gonna pop up. Unwrapping the guitar would raise too many suspicions. Then the concert began. Right about this time, a very large problem presented itself to the smuggler. What's that? Mr. Latouche. Ah! Mr. Latouche, an undercover agent, was onto something. He would have known about the guitar. He'd only have to check the shipping records. So Mr. Latouche tried to examine the guitar himself. If the cocoon were confiscated, then the gig would be up. The only thing left for the smuggler to do was to get rid of the whole lot. It's over. Press the switch. Now. The guitar burst into flames, and the cocoon was lost. And then, Mr. Latouche died, with Lamoire there to witness it. There's your case. But, oh god. What? What happened? You make all that up on the fly? For a made-up story, it makes a great deal of sense, Darian. I realize that he's currently in a similar situation that Apollo was in Case 1. He was a mentor, he's a friend, but still, they're close. They work together. Sorry, man, but I haven't even been there. Well, you see, what happened was See, he knows. Apollo's, like, on top of things in this case. Which is good, because I'm not. A Borginian accomplice, oh god. The famous Borginian cocoon smuggler. The voice Lamoire heard proves it. Yeah, he was telling him to flip the switch. When we first found the switch in the piano, I thought that somehow it had been rigged to activate, like, via the piano playing, but I guess that's a little much. So is it Machi then? Right? There's only 2 people from Borginia. So, that was Machi. With a great accusation comes great responsibility. Okay, man. Make up your answer on the fly, as it were, and you'll be harshly penalized. Are you ready, Mr. Justice? Who was the smuggler's accomplice? This boy. The not blind, not non-English speaking Machi Tobey. But, Mr. Eustace, he's your client! Well, he's not on fucking trial for cocoons, so it's fine. A defense attorney accusing his client, that's a new one. I assure you, no one is more unhappy about this than I. But I am here to defend him in the murder of Mr. Latouche. My battery's red, and I stand by my statement earlier that he's innocent of that particular crime. Indeed, the defendant is Borginian. He does meet the basic requirements to be the accomplice. But what if it was, in fact, Lamoire? Well, it wasn't, Judge, so... yeah. It couldn't have been. Well, you seem sure of yourself. I'm trying to get my damn charger out while I do this. The reason is electronic signals, Your Honor. Electronic signals? Recall that this remote only works to a range of 30 feet. Beyond that, it's useless. Yes, that's true. Now, think back to the testimony. When the shooter made his transmission, Lamoire was in the air vent, right above the dressing room where the shooter stood. Let's look at the stage diagram. I'm actually hoping for a flashback, so that I can plug in my 3DS. The one time I want one. They're not going to give it to me. It seems that Lamoire still could have done the deed. No. When the shooter made that transmission, the stage was slightly different than shown here. because it was raised. Yeah, boy. Oh, hey, I get a chance. I'm going for it. Okay, halfway there. And we're plugged. Fucking success. The remote couldn't have worked from Lamoire's position in the air vent. Oh! Well, Detective Crescend, what do you say to that? Your Honor? Yes, Detective? Could we see the video where Gavin's guitar burns? Just one more time. Must we? I don't see why not. What the fuck now, though? What the burning in the guitar? Here it is again. There's this pleasure again. What about it? What could he possibly... What, that? Or... What? What? Punk? First you were sleeves, then kid, now punk. You're losing rank fast, Apollo. Same question. The problem isn't in what we see, correct, Arian? With the fucking music again? What about it? Sure thing, punk. Let me get your yarn straight first. You're saying I ordered the Wii pianist to set off that igniter? That right? Maybe he did use the piano to do it. Oh shit. I might have actually been right about that. And maybe that's what I'm supposed to listen for. Somehow. How am I supposed to do that? Am I right? He did it in the It's what I said when we first found it in the piano, that the piano was rigged to push it somehow by pressing a certain key or something. I don't know how I would... Oh, goddamn. Enough! A fleeting melody! It wraps itself around my fucking jugular and squeezes the life and stamina out of me as the flashbacks seep into my very being. And that's the problem, man. You still don't get it? Yeah, how's he supposed to hit that switch if he's playing? You've got Miss Diva, the guitar, the bass, the piano, and the drums. The only one with her hands free was the Diva. Dee Vasquez. But according to you, she couldn't have been the accomplice, could she? No. Your accomplice would have had a hard time helping out if they couldn't even press a switch. Well, how the oh my! Alright, man, like, dude, fuck. Alright, man, like, dude, fuck. I was really enjoying this case. But, dude, it needs to stop with this. I got it. Thanks. And I'm supposed to fucking hear what the issue is? I know what the issue is. I don't know how to hear it. Maybe there will be some kind of obvious discrepancy. I don't know. Apollo, were you wrong? I can't be wrong. Everything makes perfect sense. How could it all just... Strange. Doctor Strange. No, it's just... Something's odd about the performance there. Clavier, have you come to save the day? Mr. Justin, if Marty Tomei didn't press that switch, then he could not be the accomplice you claim he is. But everything points to it. Every fact says he's the accomplice. You got the facts wrong, man. Here's some facts for you. Gavin's guitar is on fire. But the pianist didn't press that switch. In other words, your story's full of holes. Well, that's just one hole. Mr. Eustace, let's hear your final opinion on this matter now. Was the defendant, Monty Tomei, the accomplice? Your answer will reflect on everything you've said here. Give it some thought. Apollo, if Monty's not the accomplice, then our whole case is ruined. I know that. It has to be him. He was the only one who could have helped the smuggler. He had to have pressed that switch. Well, you'd better find a way to prove it. Arg. What do I do? What do I do? Ack! There has to be something that doesn't fit. Something odd. Something odd. 3. 7. 29. What was Gavin saying just now? Oh, dear God. It's just... odd. It's very odd. It's the oddest. It's Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. It's the fairly odd parents. It's Odysseus. It's the Iliad and the Odyssey, both of them. Okay. Can you prove that Machito Bay? I can do it. Fuck it. I don't know if you call this proof per se, but I can prove it was possible. Then as prosecutor, it falls to me to ask you to show us evidence supporting this. If Forehead, you're sure about this? I accept it. There's no evidence, man. I got it. The music, I guess. As much as I don't want to listen to it. Where's the thing? I passed by it? I wasn't paying attention. There it is. Here it is! This itself is not evidence, but we need to listen to it, is what I'm saying. Music? What about music? Let's listen to the piano part around the time when the switch was to be pressed. Right before the guitar burst into flame. Oh God. Oh, number 4 is the piano? That's good to know. Volume needs to go up for this. What? Me too. No. I think I know what he's suggesting. You think Machi could have played that part with one hand? I'll go with that. If you say so, buddy. One hand? He only needed one hand to press that switch. Thank God they didn't leave that one up to me. Because I don't fucking know jack about pianos. I did know a kid in high school, he was a good friend of mine. He played the piano. He went to like Juilliard or something, and I'm pretty sure he's just like a legit, super professional piano player now. Good for him. You can't play a part like that with one hand. Okay. I don't know what I'm talking about here. Wait, I know. Hey, Trucy. Yeah, you got something? Mr. Wright, your father, he's a pianist. Could he? Oh, Daddy? But he's not. Yeah. So sorry. So sad for you. No, not really. That was just the easy way to prove it. There's always the hard way. Man. Well, because you can't. Because I'm an attorney. Because my friend may have become a fucking professional musician, but I play video games on YouTube. Fucking can't beat me. Odd. It's odd. We know that it's odd. What more evidence do you need? No. No way. Seems we've come to the moment of truth at last. Let's hear what Mr. Eustace has to say for himself. Show us the part that proves the defendant was playing with one hand. I don't... Okay. Is they playing one hand if I... And it was heading on... Okay, let's... It's number 4. We know that. Because that's the piano. So here you go. Play it. How do I... Okay, I have to... Right. Anyway. Volume is as high as it can go. What the is it this right here? How it kind of just... What? Okay. What? I haven't the slightest idea. So I'll just present the first section, and if that's wrong, I'll do it again, and I'll present the second one, on and on until I get it right. So just go. Fuck it. I have no clue. Turn the volume back down now, please. Prosecutor Gavin, I'm sure you've realized by now just what it was that sounded odd to you. I'm lost. As I'm sure you've realized it yourself, Air Forehead, I have realized nothing. Let's listen to the part in question again, shall we? No, please don't. Oh God. Jesus Christ, save me from the nothing I've become! Oh! What about it? Like, fuck, man. What? What do you want? Man. Repairman, man. How many times do we have to listen to the same thing? Somebody says it. You're right. Enough of that. Let's listen. Oh, dear. Alright. This case took a hard fucking nosedive here in the last 20 minutes. Oh, it's killing me. I couldn't even imagine if I played this, like, all in one go. This is after not recording for several days. And this is being the first video that I've recorded for a little while. And I'm so tired of the song even then. I don't know. I don't understand what you're trying to communicate. So just tell me. I'm done with your shit. Oh dear. Oh, my asshole burns right now because of the tumultuous, temptational terratipilitude. They feel this. What is even being talked about? What? Like, in all honesty, I wasn't paying any attention to the last several, so maybe it felt different then, but fuck, dude. I've stopped letting this game have its way. I'm not listening to that stupid song ever again. I refuse. Am I supposed to know such a thing? I mean, luckily they made it pretty easy, where it's just, oh, it's the first segment, there you go. But, like, I have no clue what the hell they're talking about. I would think you'd know that by now. This is why I hate dealing with amateurs, man. So the two verses had different arrangements. Happens all the time. Not this time, Darian. Why, there's no point in changing an arrangement if you can't hear it clearly. And that wasn't the point. I had him play specifically so that the piano would stay in the background. Oh, what the fuck? Was what I noticed. Why should the same phrase sound slightly different? I asked myself. I don't... Okay, well, what I said was way better. That the piano was fucking... It was rigged to press it in the stupid music bullshit, dumb idiot, dumb shit. Apparently that ties all the facts together, if you say so. I'm glad the characters in this game are more musically inclined than I am, because if they weren't, we'd be screwed. Though personally, this comes as a terrible disappointment. Oh god. What? No comeback? I can't believe it. I finally did it. I shut him up. Very well, barring an objection from the prosecution. I will now state the court's opinion on this matter. Why? Stop the trial! I don't want to risk having to listen to it again! And you, oh god. Huh? Me? Yes, don't get me wrong, your case is solid. The facts all check out, but even now... You have yet to show us a single piece of decisive evidence. Is that true? Yeah, but the facts, anyone can see it was him. Unfortunately, anyone does not include the law. I'm afraid your case doesn't cut it. But 1,000 facts might point toward the same conclusion. But without decisive evidence, it's not proof. Since fucking when? No, it's not! Ass, I don't believe it either. I think you're lying. I think the rule of the current court system is just say pretty much anything and they'll believe it. It does not seem as though defense has any more evidence to present. Dude, fuck. It is unfortunate, but at present, this court is unable to acknowledge your accusation. What do you want me to do? What is left? What is right?